Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a video, kind of another subject focused video, and this one is kind of about the use of assistance devices. I don't know if that's really the right term for it, but it kind of stems from a doctor's appointment last week. My doctor and I were talking about the difficulty that I have showering, because it just wipes me out, and the heat and standing up and all of that just is a terrible combination for me. And so basically the conclusion that we came to is that it's time for me to go ahead and get a shower chair. And it's something that I've thought about over the last 4 or 5 years and just haven't been ready to actually do. But at this point, I decided, you know what, I think I need to actually do it. So I went ahead and ordered a shower chair and tried to get one that would be as unobtrusive as possible. It folds up, so it won't be in the way, and it's kind of interesting in a way that it coincides with me moving in with Eric. And, you know, this being one more medical thing that kind of comes along with me. So the thought of assistance devices like a shower chair, like a wheelchair or a walker, those types of things that a lot of people rely on to function, to be out in the world, to make the most of the energy that they have, it has gotten me thinking about it. And it's something that I've thought about before. There was a time about 5 years ago when I was really, really sick and my GI system was basically shutting down, and I was not doing well, and I had like no energy, and I got to the point where it was clear that if I wanted to go out anywhere, or if I wanted to go out anywhere that required much walking at all, I needed help. And my family was planning a trip to Baltimore, and so for that trip I ended up buying a used wheelchair. I ended up not using the wheelchair on the trip because I was well enough by that time that I was able to handle it, and it turned out that my whole family didn't end up going, so I wouldn't have had anyone to push me anyway. But taking the step to buy the wheelchair and have the wheelchair, and I ended up using it once to go to the mall to buy a birthday present for my sister. It was a big step, and I struggled with it a lot. And it was kind of the same thing that I struggled with buying the shower chair. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And this has been kind of a long introduction about it. And so I kind of, with the wheelchair and also with the shower chair, I'm struggling with looking at it as a way for me to take control of my life and my energy, and being able to focus on functioning the best that I can, rather than viewing it as giving in to the illness and, you know, as a defeat. And it's hard. It's hard to look at it and not see it as a defeat in some ways, at least for me, because it's like I want to be as normal as possible. And normal, healthy people don't require a chair in the shower, but they also are able to shower without it totally wiping them out. So it kind of becomes this balance of, do I want taking a shower to become the only thing I can do in a given day? Or do I want to make it possible for me to shower more easily and then be able to do other things? So these are kind of my thoughts as I not exactly struggle, but think through the process of getting these kinds of assistive devices. I thankfully have not really had to rely on canes or walkers or wheelchairs to get around, but there have been times when that certainly would have been helpful, and I just haven't wanted to go there. And it's been sporadic enough that I haven't needed to. So I'm interested in hearing if any of you have thoughts about this, if any of you rely on these types of things, and any of these kind of mental struggles or psychological struggles or whatever that you've had trying to accept that this is part of your life and that it's a good thing rather than a bad thing. So I'm interested in hearing whatever any of you have to share about your own experiences. And this is just some of my thoughts on this as I add another medical thing to my life. But hopefully it will be helpful in the long run. So that's it. I hope you are all having a good day and feeling pretty well, and I will talk to you soon.